Flipping a coin is the epitome of randomness. Even a child knows that the outcomes are arbitrary, and it is an act that requires zero skill. But are there any instances when flipping a coin can generate large returns in the stock market? Legendary trader Tom Basso believed the keys to successful trading were largely determined by one's exit strategy and position sizing. He theorized that deciding when to enter a long or short really was not that important, as long as he had a good plan for when to exit, how to manage his risk, and when to take his profits. One day, he decided he would put his theory to the test. Basso would go long or short based on a coin flip. That's right, a coin flip. No fancy indicator would be used. Instead, he would merely flip a coin. Heads, he would go long, and tails, he'd go short. However, his position sizing and selling rules would not be random. These would be based on math. First thing first, he had to have a plan to cut his losses. Basso needed to know when to exit his trades, and to do this, he decided he would use a volatility indicator called average true range. Average true range, or ATR, helps traders understand what type of move an asset has made on average over a given period of time. Basso would first calculate the 10-day exponential moving average of the average true range and then multiply it by 3. Were the price to fall below this level, he would exit. This 3 ATR initial stop loss was his first guard against a huge losing position. In addition, he would never risk more than 1% of his account on any given trade. This would allow him to survive a series of losses without getting himself into too much trouble. Basso knew handling a winner was very important to trading success. He needed a way to trail his stop loss while at the same time allowing the position room to fluctuate normally. He decided to use ATR for this as well. He would trail his position with the same 3 times average true range stop loss. What is important to note is that the stop would never move against the trade, meaning if a long position was profitable, the stop could move up, but if the trade started to turn against him, Basso would leave the stop loss where it was in order to limit his losses. Decisions would be based on closing prices. This would help Basso to avoid intraday whipsaws, and it also freed up his time so that he wouldn't have to be glued to the front of a screen all day. The results of the study were astonishing. This system, which used a coin flip to determine entries, was able to make money going both long and short in 4 different markets. How was this possible? Was it luck? Was Basso keeping some crucial ingredients secret? No, it's actually the opposite. The key to understanding this study is to realize that Basso focused on what is essential to trading profitability. The average trader focuses on the wrong things and completely ignores what really matters. While most traders are obsessed with entry points, Basso could care less. He simply used a coin flip to determine whether to go long or short. He didn't use charts or any sort of indicator. A flip of a coin was all that was needed. You are probably wondering if Basso's entries were random. Why is it that his system was profitable in 4 different markets going both long and short? What's missing in most traders' systems is what Basso focused on. While most traders totally disregard risk management, Basso made it the foundation of his coin flip system. First and foremost, he never risked more than 1% of his account on any given trade. He did this by using a stop loss to limit his risk should the trade turn against him. Because he was entering on a random basis, he decided to use 3 times the average true range to determine where to place his stop. In addition, Basso built his system around letting his winners run. He would trail his position with a stop loss that would lock in gains when the trend was over. While his trailing stop would never allow him to sell at the top, it would allow the position the room it needed to move higher while the trend was still in effect. It is also important to note that Basso did not override his system. This is where most traders go wrong as well. They get emotionally involved in a trade. Maybe they don't want to take a loss and override the sell stop. Or maybe they get emotional and take profits too quickly. Either way, they are really not following a system. Rather, they are trading purely out of fear and greed. In addition, many traders just can't deal with losing streaks. Rather than realizing no system is perfect, they begin to tinker with their system in order to improve it, or they just decide to jump to a completely new style of trading. Either way, they usually end up frustrated and in a deep financial hole. While I do not recommend taking random entries or making buy decisions off of coin flips, Tom Basso's study is an excellent reminder of what matters in trading. While most amateurs are obsessed with finding new and exciting indicators to time their entries, Basso understood that risk management and position sizing are the foundation of any profitable trading system. To learn more about Tom Basso and his coin flip study, check out the book Trade Your Way to Financial Freedom by Van Tharp.